Hey guys, this is a 2010 Kia Soul that I replaced the rear subwoofer in. A couple things I learned along the way I thought I'd share with you. One, I didn't want to take out this entire whole back end. So basically, this thing looks like it should be in two pieces. This factory grille cover, but it's not. There's kind of a little outline of it that what you do. You can see I chewed it up a little bit, but it's not bad. It pops right in place, you can't even tell. Take a box cutter or X-Acto knife, whatever you want to call it, and you just go right around the groove there. The corners are the tricky part, but what I did is I pushed it through and then just kind of rocked it all the way around, and these bottom two corners are the hardest part. You could tell it's got some of the thickest plastic. That took me about 30 minutes to get that little thing out of there. One, because I didn't want to break it, so I was kind of careful. But two, you really got to bury the X-Acto knife all the way in there as far as it will go. You're not going to cut anything. And my mistake was I didn't go in all the way. I thought I was in far enough, but I wasn't. I had to do it again. So plan on taking about 30 minutes to cut that thing out. Then you get to the factory subwoofer, which is this paper woofer right here. And I saved the harness that was on it, which is right here. And what you do, you just disconnect it from here and here, and then from this voice coil here, and then it's attached to this with a little clip. So I just cut the 4 wires and pulled that clip off, which is this piece here, and then hooked the wires up behind the subwoofer, so it's still a factory connection. I had to add about 3 inches onto the wire and hooked right back up. And I cut a little groove in the metal there so the wires aren't pinched. And this sub here is an 8-inch, and it would not fit in the hole. So I took my Sawzall and I had to cut out 1/4 of an inch all the way around the factory hole. That took about 5 minutes, and that was it. Once that was done, connect the speaker wire, held it up there, and then I just screwed it in with this bolt right here, that's a factory bolt. And then the subwoofer came with these other screws. So then I just screwed it in, and then I ran a bead of silicone all the way around just to kind of help seal it off. If you're wondering why there's a pillow here, this is an old pillow. I took all this stuffing and I packed it in all around back behind there. You can actually see some coming out of that hole right there. Packed all that in with that filler so that when you've got the stereo turned up, you shouldn't get any rattle, and gives it a little bit deeper bass. But that's just some of the tips I wanted to share with you guys. Like I said, you can cut this speaker cover out. This pops right back in place. Like I said, it takes you about a half hour to cut it out. Probably take longer than that to take all this whole rear end out. Reuse your factory wiring harness. This is it's a 2 ohm dual voice coil, the same as this factory one. This is a 2 ohm dual voice coil, except this is a 6-inch and this is an 8-inch. And I don't think there's a whole lot of difference. Let me turn it up just a little bit. You probably won't be able to tell if you're listening on computers and stuff, but so that's what it sounds like. I think the bass is a little bit deeper, a little bit tighter, not overly impressive. I think you'd need another amp or something to get a little more power. But that's how I replaced mine, and hopefully this helped you guys out if you're going to replace yours. Alright guys, thanks for watching.